Have you ever cut a log off like this and it starts moving as you're cutting it? Today, I'm going to show you how you can keep this log from moving and let it fall when you want it.
This is Chainsaw Safety with Clemson University, and I am your training instructor, Patrick Wiesel. And today we are going to learn about the shelf cut.
So far we have looked into cutting with a chainsaw from the top, cutting from the bottom. Today we're going to combine those two cuts, show you a different cutting technique that's called a shelf cut or an overlap cut. Basically what's happening is we're going to make a cut on the compression side of a log that's maybe hanging over, that's hanging free, that could potentially fall down if we just cut it from the top. So we make a little cut on the compression side, then we offset towards the piece that's going to fall off by about 3 or 4 inches, and then we make a cut from the tension side just deep enough to overlap with the previous cut that we made from the compression side. What that will do is cut all the fibers along the log, but leave the fibers that are parallel to each other still attached, giving you enough strength to hold that cut-off piece in place and won't let that piece fall until you want that piece to fall down. This is a very safe method to basically ensure that you're in control when a large piece of wood falls, so that you can avoid having this fall onto your feet or roll down the hill, especially if you're working on steeper slopes or on logs that are like leaning to some degree. Here's an example where you would use the overlap cut or shelf cut. We have here a log that is suspended on 2 points to my right, and then it's hanging over the edge here on this side. If I were just to cut it at this red line right here coming in from the top down, this whole piece would just fall down and it's out of my control. As I start cutting, the piece would start moving. Maybe in this situation, this wouldn't be a bad thing because it can't fall very far, but if you have a piece that's maybe 2 feet off the ground or a little bit higher, that can potentially cause some issues as it falls and will move and potentially hits you into the feet or legs as this piece moves. So a better way of dealing with this is, if I want to cut right here at the red line, make my cut at the compression side, which in this case is the underside. Cut in about 1/4 to 1/3 of the diameter of this log, and then come over here, make a cut from the tension side, but offsetting my cut by about 4 inches towards the side where the log is going to fall down. Make a cut down right here, overlap with the cut that I previously made by about 1/2 inch to 1 inch or so. What that will do then is have this piece still attached without moving it. And the moment I touch it and I hit it a little bit, the fibers will break and this thing will fall. That way you can put your chainsaw out of the way. You're in control when this piece will fall, and then you don't hurt yourself and you cannot damage the chainsaw that's with you.